Okay, right, I'm live. Okay, we are live, live. Oh, yeah. I've just dropped the sun off. Hi, mate. What are you up to? Tina. Hold on, come nearer to me so I can see your face. Look at this handsome young man. Tino, look at the green circle. Tell them how old you are.
4,
When is your...
5, so I'm boat.
Look at the circle. When is your birthday? Do you know? May the what?
May the 3rd.
May the 3rd be with you.
From 5 and 4.
Well done. Well done. So, Daddy is going to do a live stream about Elvis. We're going to talk about stuff, but I'm listening to it in my earphones. Because if I don't put the earphones on, it echoes. It echoes. Yeah? Right, I'm going to press play. Okay, go and have your eating. He's up. He's eating. Right, here we go. Let's just press play. Guys, we're carrying on listening to this lady's views of Elvis, his will, Vernon's will, Lisa Marie's will, and other stuff. Let's just hear what they say. We're halfway into it, so let's just keep going.
Elvis died. She grew up in Hollywood with her mom, so probably not a great idea. Not particularly humble beginnings.
True.
Yeah,
that's a whole other issue of who was she going to high school with? Who was she hanging out with? What kind of influence?
She was a rebellious teenager. She was all kinds of trouble, so she was not surrounded by great people, and they knew that well before 25.
True, but they didn't know that at 9.
No,
which is when Elvis died. Yeah, she was only 9 years old.
Yeah, I don't know if the case law or the probate code changing that, modifying an irrevocable trust for that purpose. But
yeah, although
that'd have been a big fight, though.
Yeah, she would have been fighting that. So they didn't know how much money it was going to be. They didn't know, she was only 9 years old. It was hard to predict, but I don't know. In retrospect, yeah, $100 million to a 25-year-old who's been a bit of trouble, probably not a good idea. But
yeah, I mean,
that's easy.
See, I don't like that, guys. Honestly, I don't like that. I think they're belittling her. It's like, obviously, I don't know this Kirsten Howe. Yeah, we're just reviewing your video, but the bottom line is, I think it's degrading to Lisa the way you speak about her. To say that she just suddenly was given $100 million, and because she was a rebellious child, it's just so unfair to her. I wish she was. I think she'd have a lot to say if she was sat with you while you were saying these words. But anyway, let's keep going.
For us to say,
she spent it, and then she sold 85% of the company, and then spent that.
Right.
So she sold $100 million like twice.
She lost almost all of it, except she still owns Graceland, or prior to her death, she still owned Graceland.
Right. Well, I'm going to rewind that a bit because I don't like that. Let's go through it again. Right. Let's just listen to. See, this is how unfair things are. You want to sit on one of the earphones? This is how unfair things are. Right. That's it. You put it there. Now, ready? This is just how unfair things are to Lisa. She can't defend herself. Same as Elvis. They can't defend themselves. People can just sort of pick up their own version of events, remix them to suit their YouTube channel. Now, I'm not attacking the YouTube channel, but I'm just saying that the way that they've shortened the story and made it so basic, with no proper backstory, no proper research, it's just unfair to Lisa. But let's listen again, guys.
Changing that, modifying an irrevocable trust for that purpose. But
yeah, although
that'd have been a big fight, though.
Yeah, she would have been fighting that. So they didn't know how much money it was going to be. They didn't know, she was only 9 years old. It was hard to predict, but I don't know. In retrospect, yeah, $100 million to a 25-year-old who's been a bit of trouble, probably not a good idea. But
yeah, I mean,
what does that mean? What does that mean? Like, come on, Kirsten and your friend. Were you not a teenager? Did you not? Hang on, I need this. Were you not Let me just get my earphone in so I can listen. Were you not, did you not have mates at school and be reckless and have fun, have a drink and party and have boyfriends? You know, come on. And then you talk about her like she's different than the average person. Remember, Lisa was in the way of having fun and having friends and having boyfriends. She was no different than any other person that was a teenager, regardless of who their father is, how wealthy they are. So I find that quite degrading. You know, let's keep going.
Easy for us to say.
She spent it, and then she sold 85% of the company and then spent that.
Right.
Well, even that. And then she sold 85% of the company and spent that. That's not what happened. Yeah. Please, what are you called, these people? Kirsten Howe. I'm guessing you're quite a respective YouTube channel. Yeah. But no, she didn't sell 85% of Elvis Presley Enterprises and then waste it, spent it. That's not what happened. There's a lot went on. I'm no expert, but Barry Siegel, her manager, made massive investments in things like American Idol and many other things, and wasted and squandered Lisa's money. Fortune. Wasted a fortune of Lisa's money. Lisa had to sue Barry Siegel. There's a possibility, allegedly, that Priscilla was heavily involved in all of this. Yeah? And that Priscilla is the one that helped waste all the money. Waste $40-50 million. So please, if you're going to make a show like this, at least understand the basics, because it's all there on, you can look it all up. It's all there. The Barry Siegel lawsuit situation, the money, Lisa's money that was just wasted, it's easy to find out. A little bit of research. So completely unfair.
She lost $100 million like twice.
She lost almost all of it, except.
No, she didn't lose almost all of it. Barry Siegel and his investors, and maybe with the help of Priscilla, allegedly.
She still owns Graceland, or prior to her death, she still owned Graceland, and she still owned Elvis's, all the memorabilia, all the awards, all that stuff.
Well, again, that's not straightforward. That's not true. Elvis Presley Enterprises were running the Living Museum. There was a lease-back agreement where Graceland's has a 90-year lease that is leased to Elvis Presley Enterprises. Obviously, this 85% figure. And so it's not straightforward. Let's keep going.
So she managed to hang on to that. But she did burn through a huge inheritance.
Yeah.
Before her death. Okay.
And I think a combination of that was bad management. And
so, yeah, Emily, I'm just seeing your comments. They did sell 85% of Elvis Presley Enterprises. But this happened around 2005. Yeah. So the whole Barry Siegel thing, much later, where he wasted her money, basically, an absolute fortune. I think that's more nearer 2016. But yes, the building, Graceland's, the building is still owned by Riley and eventually Finley and Harper. Yeah. But not just that. Remember, it was leased to Elvis Presley Enterprises. So even though they own the building, the deal is more complicated than you think. And yes, the name Presley was sold by Priscilla. And even the word Graceland. So, I'm no expert, guys, but you know what I mean. She'll be here in a second.
And, poor financial skills. It's not 100% her fault, but.
It's not 100% her fault, no. But, she didn't know enough to surround herself with better managers. That's it.
She had a good team.
Yeah, so Emily, hi. Sorry, it's just I haven't been able to inform everyone that we're live, so it's just us, yeah? I know, right, so Emily, yes, I know, but it wasn't Lisa. No, Lisa was involved in the selling of Elvis Presley Enterprises. She was involved in that, yeah? Don't forget, she is basically was the owner, yeah? Now, I've always said this, that I feel, just my opinion, that a lot of the information that Lisa was given was by Priscilla. So I think Priscilla heavily influenced Lisa. Now, there are interviews showing Lisa discussing why they chose to sell 85% of Elvis Presley Enterprises. There's some interviews. She basically says, we feel we took it as far as we could, and it was time for very large expansions. They felt that to really expand properly, they needed help. Yeah?
Look what
Let's keep going. Let's have a look. Can we see it on there? There we are. Can you see it? I'm not sure. Ken. Oh, it's Ken. Hi, Jean. You've done Ken and a football. That's a football. And that is Ken.
So that is the goal.
The goal. All right, you draw a goalie. Right, let me just press play.
Teacher. You know,
Yeah.
it's all she saw, right? I mean, you only know what you've experienced. So,
Right. As did her father. She burned through a lot of money. And here we are, Madison. Let's
Yes.
talk about.
I don't like their tone with Lisa. I don't like it. As with her father, she burnt through a lot of money. Please do your research, guys.
Her estate plan, which is the excuse for this whole episode.
right. So when Lisa Marie died, her estate was in debt, $4 million. So that was what she owned. I mean, she owns Graceland, but she was in debt $4 million. That probably did not include the valuation on Graceland, thought being that's not going to be sold, not on the table. But the day she died, her estate became flush with cash because there was about $25 million in life insurance policies. They're not sure exactly what was lapsed or not, but about $25-30 million in life insurance policies came in for her. So there is something to fight over now.
So you know, the insurance policies. This has been brought up quite a few times with me now. I have been trying to discuss things with Amy, just trying to understand things. I don't really understand all the insurance policy stuff. As I keep saying, I'm just a fan, you know, at home. I've got a lot to learn. Let's keep going.
So, of course, luckily, Lisa did execute her own revocable trust in 1993. She didn't do a will. She was a resident of California. So she did a revocable living trust. Someone gave her some good advice. And the interesting thing is that she named her mom and her business manager at the time, Barry Siegel, as co-trustees at that time, which is very unusual to have a revocable living trust and you not be the trustee of your own trust. So I guess.
Yeah, so I agree. Yeah, I mean, I don't know much about trusts. I agree that does seem unusual. I mean, me and Amy were discussing some information today last night, Amy, our researcher, Amy Collett, concerning Brigitte Kruse. And I don't want to share it yet because I want Amy to confirm that it's okay for me to share it. It's Amy, if you are watching, but she's probably asleep now. But she's told me some very worrying information concerning Brigitte and Priscilla. Yeah, very worrying. So I think Mum's home. So I'm going to get Amy's permission, and then if possible, I'm going to share it with you guys. It's pretty serious stuff. I have always said that we do need to be careful about the goings-on between Brigitte and Priscilla before they fell out. Obviously, they've fallen out now. I will just say this about Brigitte Kruse. She did go on a YouTube show, inviting people to send questions to an email address. Okay, and that she was going to do a YouTube channel answering all your questions, and it's not happened. So in case the YouTube channel watches my show, you did say you invited questions to an email address. You did say that Brigitte Kruse one day would do a YouTube channel and answer all these questions. It hasn't happened. Why not? We know that Brigitte Kruse has gone very quiet. This is Tino's. You've written a pencil. Pretty good, mate. Now, Joanne has just said she's going to send you a birthday card. Joanne, you're going to send Tina a birthday card.
That's why it's nearly my birthday.
Tell Joanne, when is your birthday?
May the 3rd.
May the 3rd be with you. So anyway, as I was saying, yeah, Debbie, she was. Yeah, look. Now, let's have a couple of minutes on Brigitte Kruse, okay? She joined our show. Now, she joined our show 5 or 6 times. She's always been very friendly on my show, yeah? We know that she was also trying to join Presley Manias, she was trying to join
I'm gonna get down.
the other channels. Go and see if Mum's here. She was trying to join Future. Yeah, not that many. I think 2 others maybe. So what I'm trying to say to you guys is we knew about the lawsuit. You know, the fact that these contracts had been signed. Brigitte felt that Priscilla had changed her mind and gone back on the things that they'd agreed between them. So there was a lawsuit announced. You know, Brigitte Kruse is GWS, the auctioneer. She has some associates. She's very well known for auctioning some very famous items around the world, including Elvis items. They auction many things. Yeah. It's a massive auction company. So we were quite welcoming with Brigitte because we want to expose Priscilla's wrongdoing. We feel that Priscilla did just change her mind about these contracts. Priscilla, it seems, allegedly was in a very bad financial position and needed help. Brigitte had become friends with Priscilla. They'd been friends for a while. So they started doing business together. You know, this is all just alleged entertainment stuff. Yeah, just opinions. It does seem so when she joined our show, we did show a lot of support. We were very friendly. She was very friendly. She told us that she was going through quite a tough time with Priscilla and with this lawsuit. And then we know about the counter lawsuit of elder abuse from Priscilla. She wants $1 million compensation. So we know the big fight, yeah? But we were very supportive of Brigitte, hoping that she would win her lawsuit. But I have always said, we don't know of what went on before they fell out. We must, Lorna, I agree with Lorna. Yeah, Debbie, I agree with your comment, Debbie. If they didn't fall out, they would still be at it. Priscilla, Debbie, Nancy, Priscilla and Brigitte are very close. That's why I didn't trust her. Guys, all of you that felt something felt wrong and didn't want to trust Brigitte, I think that was the right thing to do because I do think that we don't know what went on between Brigitte and Priscilla before they fell out. There's the before and the after. If you go on YouTube, you can see Brigitte walking around with Priscilla, acting as if she's her bodyguard. Seriously, guys, I could put it up now. Acting as if she literally chaperoned Priscilla. There's a few videos showing Priscilla around, Brigitte Kruse around protecting Priscilla. So this was a big deal. So I will say this. I can only say so much until I get the okay from Amy Collett, our researcher. But there has been some goings on to do with Brigitte and Priscilla that I think is very concerning. I want to bring it up, but I won't bring it up unless I get the permission of Amy. And it's not good. It's not good. It doesn't put Brigitte in a good light, and it doesn't put Priscilla in a good light. It's actually very worrying. So let's wait for Amy to wake up. Now, I've already messaged her. Let me just see if she's woke up. I've messaged her and I've sent her a voicemail. Let's have a look. Let me just have a look, see if Amy's woke up. No, she's not awake yet. I have asked Amy for her permission to tell you guys what it is. It ain't good. So Brigitte Kruse, and anyone that associates with Brigitte Kruse, I will just say, I found out some stuff that I don't like, and I am going to have to talk about it. And if I do talk about it, I'm going to support it with documentation. I've got a document that backs it up. Okay, so I'm worried. But I will say this: I still would like Brigitte to beat Priscilla, because I think Priscilla has done so much wrongdoing concerning Elvis and Lisa that it's always going to be a one-up if Brigitte has one over on Priscilla. But it's awkward, guys. Right. So let me just. But we are going to come back with the Brigitte stuff. We're gonna follow that up. Okay, guys. So, Kay, I think it is right to say not to trust her. I mean, I don't know what to say, guys, because we obviously were quite supportive of Brigitte, 6 months ago. Yeah. But the more I get into it, the more I'm thinking, be careful. Be careful. So anyone involved with Brigitte, I won't say their names, you need to be careful. You need to be careful. You don't know there's more to it. Don't be gullible. Don't be drawn in. Don't be conned or tricked.
Maybe she was a little self-aware she shouldn't manage her finances. So I assume she just had a credit card and the trustees paid the bill. I mean, that's kind of how that would work. And in 2010, she restated or amended that trust in its entirety, and she did not change the trustees in that amendment. I'm pretty sure she had children right around there, so she probably updated the trust to add her twins.
To add the children.
Yeah. After her death.
Let's just listen to this. Now, I want to hear this about the amendment, because don't forget, isn't this the problem, that what the amendments happened? Now, remember, these people are doing a bit of homework, so we can't say all their facts are correct. But I just want to see how they word the amendment. Obviously, we know Priscilla went against the amendment, said it was fraud, said it was a different signature, and all this other crap. Priscilla did everything she could to try and act as if the amendment was not legal, that it was fraud, that it wasn't Lisa's wishes. Yeah. So let's listen.
He's paid the bill. I mean, that's kind of how that would work. And in 2010, she restated or amended that trust in its entirety, and she did not change the trustees in that amendment. I'm pretty sure she had children right around there, so she probably updated the trust to add her twins.
To add the children.
Yeah. After her death, Priscilla discovered that there was a 2016 amendment that changed the trustees to be Lisa Marie's adult children, Riley and Benjamin Keogh, as co-trustees.
So just the thing I'm talking about now, the information that I have is to do with this point here. The information I have on Priscilla and Brigitte Kruse is to do with this. Okay, guys? But I can't say what it is yet. But let's remember, we know that Priscilla tried to get in the middle of this, put the fork in the works, and stop this. Yeah? We all know what happened. Eventually, they negotiate and they agree some terms. So Priscilla backs down. And they really, I've always said this, they give Priscilla $1 million, pay her legal fees to get rid of her. Obviously, we're all upset about her agreeing that Priscilla can be buried in the meditation garden. And there's other stuff as well. So I 100% believe that the amendment is 100% genuine. It was Lisa's wishes, what she wanted for her kid, and to remove Priscilla. Yeah? So let's just keep playing.
Benjamin died in 2020, as we know, and that would leave Riley as the sole trustee of the trust, presumably, to hold the money for her half siblings, the twins that are still minors. The petition, she's arguing that the amendment is not valid for a couple different reasons. One, it was just a PDF. There's no physical copy. There's no original anywhere. And that the date was added electronically on the PDF, almost like edited afterwards. Priscilla's name is misspelled. And she says Lisa Marie's signature is not her normal signature. And now for you and I, nobody would even notice that. But for someone who's been signing autographs for her 42 years, they know what her signature looks like. Yeah. Right. So they're going to know. And then the amendment was also not notarized or witnessed. That's not necessarily a requirement, but it depends on what the trust document says itself. One of the Things that we do know the trust says was that anytime an amendment is made, you have to deliver that amendment to the current trustee of the trust. And in this case, Priscilla wasn't aware of it. So it clearly was not delivered to the
her.
trustee. On a side note, which none of the news articles or petitions said, if she was changing the trustees of the trust, wouldn't all the assets have to have been retitled in the name of the new trustees? So clearly that didn't happen. None of the action occurred after that, like they normally would have if you're changing trustees. One of the
Right. So, guys, we all of what has just been brought up. Obviously, it's a bit legal, but I think this is just my opinion as a fan. Amy will have a much more detailed opinion of it. But I personally think that Priscilla was trying to do anything she could to discard, discount, to throw away, disagree, to go against, and try and give us the opinion that it was fraud. Lisa's wishes, the amendment that she made, what Lisa wanted, the changes made. Yeah. So basically removing Priscilla, making sure her kids are in there. Yeah. I think Priscilla with her lawyers got together, just an opinion, and were literally looking for any way of getting out of what was going to happen. It's pretty obvious once Lisa died that Priscilla was out of the picture, had lost all power. Priscilla was gone. Everything was going to change. It was a life-changing moment. Now for Priscilla, we would have all wanted to just grieve for her child, grieve for Lisa, and be gutted and completely distraught. Within weeks, she's going against these agreements. I'm just coming to an end now. Within weeks, she's going against these agreements and trying to cancel it all out with, and this is her way of doing it, bringing up all these points and then going against it. Yeah. So what we're going to do, guys, I'm going to go now. We're going to come back. We're going to go through this bit in more detail. And the information I have concerning Brigitte Kruse and Priscilla concerns this bit here. Very crucial. Priscilla trying to get out of what Lisa wanted for the future and for her kids. Anyway, guys, I'm going to go. I'm going to come back. I'm going to make a coffee and I'll be back. I probably won't be that long. Thanks for joining me, guys. There's more to this. Thanks, guys. I'll see you 10, 15 minutes, maybe half an hour. We'll just see.